Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
We got this. Go! 180! Come on, dude!
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
That's caught at the 25. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Hines. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Whip. Watch the whip. Team spill.
This is Hines. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
53, Mike. Let's get it.
Wentz now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wentz steps away. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he is all the way up past the 25. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. From the 41, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Going deep down. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Bengals. 48 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Henry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here. But
and here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, that puts them in that position.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On third down, Hines. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll toss it to Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it, and this one will be brought back to the 22. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now it's Henry. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done. Still a great return and very good field position. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wentz to throw again. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
55's Mike, guys. 55. Hey, I-7. Pick up the ball. Mike, 5.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th.
Come on, TV, come on.
The left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the red zone now, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a play fake. Wentz on the move to his left. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Trubisky to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A toss right to Henry. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. Got a man open. It's Wims. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Irv Smith Jr. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky eluding the pressure right and caught by Henry. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
18.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
64.
Now it's Trubisky. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Derrick Henry, 28 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
And he's going to have to eat get this one as down he goes. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Get out! 180! I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Check pass. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it again with Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Mike 51.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Reuben Foster picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, check right. Buzz. Hey, staff. Mike 55. Hang in the
Now Wentz. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
46 down, man, 5-4. 55. Hey, Echo. 55. I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing his Wentz. And now here is another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Nice stiff arm. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Play action. Now Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be third and forever. Buying time to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
To throw, it's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Keep on, 132 fighter.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
12 more yards there and another first down. They come out here in the eye. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Check 53's Mike. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that. Rip. Give me that ball, defense.
Now Wentz on third down. Flush to his right. And now here's another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Brings up second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain on the play. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense